Ew. Hi. It's me. I hope this is working. Let's check out life as a ninja. You're looking at my, uh-oh. This is very nasty. Don't look. I should have had this, set up before I, actually started. Oh, and I didn't even, no, I didn't even, that's never cool. That is never cool. But hey, we're here. We're doing stuff. I'm assuming that everything is fine. There's nobody watching, but that is fine. Our stream is excellent. It's healthy. There's nobody watching, but through the YouTubes. And let's tweet this out. Also, so that I could pull this up on my laptop. And hello. Oh, and I should get into podcast. Howdy. How's it going?
Oh, hey.
How you doing?
Oh no, the thumbnail is for
Still,
the stream.
still Dark Souls 2.
Still Dark Souls 2.
Yeah. Get all those Dark Souls views. That won't happen. Yeah. How are you tonight?
I am good. I'm going through the process of editing up my audio. I just realized how many mistakes and breathing sounds I have to cut out.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time. Speaking of editing, this is gonna take a while for it to catch up, but I am 12 seconds into the the next video. So yeah, that's nice. I mean, I've already edited all the audio, but the footage is taking a while because that's always the most mentally consuming, because I have to be like, okay, what's the best way to conceive, how to portray my words, right? And then you have to be like, okay, is this the best footage? You have to find the footage that you want that would best show it. It's just really complicated. It's just like, oh man, it's really hard.
Yeah, that's why I try and plan it out and know exactly everything about the game. And it's like, yeah. Especially if you see in Dead Rising 4, I was cutting a lot of things very close. I was like, oh god, I don't know if I should put this in or this in.
Yeah.
There was literally, I literally have like 30 minutes of footage that I did not put in. It was just bad.
Hey,
no chance to use it.
Runes, if you want to join, and not Runes or Nye could not show up, but you could show up. You could join if you want to. I mean, if you want to talk and do stuff, but that's just you.
Oh, okay. Here's something funny. I don't know if anyone else got this, but I got a Ty Lopez ad when it started.
Oh
that
boy.
Guy's still around.
At least he hasn't left YouTube.
He hasn't left YouTube.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so
That's great.
Yeah, so we're gonna just talk game news. If anybody watching here is in my Discord and wants to join and come and chat, we're in the podcast voice chat, and so we could just, chat along and do stuff. And yes, I am in many Discords. Don't judge. It's a thing. I like to see what people are saying and talking about, and I just join. Hello.
Yay, Rune's here.
Heyo.
It's the party.
It's a very big party.
Everybody.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Oh boy.
They often say 3 is a crowd.
Oh boy. Yeah. But 4 is a foursome.
No.
Well, okay. That implies that there's some fun going on.
Well, I mean, I guess we're having fun. I don't know if this is... I'm not wearing pants, but I don't know about any of y'all.
No one needed to know
yeah,
that.
Yeah. I am wearing shorts, so technically I'm not wearing pants either.
Exactly. Right. Oh, okay, well, let's start. Okay, so First news story that came out on Monday was Mad Catz. They're closing down. You know, those plasticky,
about this.
terrible controllers that you gave to your friend who came over to when you wanted to play games with him. Yeah.
It actually is going to affect the fighting game community pretty
Oh yeah.
hard.
Oh yeah, because those they're the ones who make those arcade
They make,
controllers.
like, the highest quality arcade sticks on the market.
Oh yeah,
But-
I never knew that.
But really terrible plasticky controllers, which kind of
Mm-hmm.
the both ends of the spectrum. But unfortunately, that's really sad to see. Like, you know, it's not really healthy to have, you know, companies in the industry just, you know, falling apart, even if they were not. I mean, they did good for the fighting community, but you know, that's kind of sad.
See, at least they're doing good somewhere, and that's what matters.
Yes, exactly. Anything? We have any more comments? Want to move on?
No, but I think I've seen one of those fighting pads before. Sure, but I'm starting. That probably explains that.
That works.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Okay, so okay, that's first story. Next story is that We Happy Few is gonna get a movie with
Oh yeah.
the problem I have with this is that it's the company that is who is producing it. I'm not too familiar. They did Pitch Perfect. Yeah, that's all they've done. So I'm like, We Happy Few, Pitch Perfect. That doesn't seem like a good combo there, but
That's like
Oh.
my opinion.
that's it.
Well,
Yeah, the game's not even done. It doesn't have like
Yeah, that's what I was-
a story to it yet.
That's what I was
going
thinking.
to say that.
Yeah,
It's literally.
not even
I'm
done.
also gonna say that your stream's offline.
Oh, fun. Oh,
No, it's not going for me.
oh,
Oh, maybe it's just me.
oh
I don't know
no.
why.
It's still going for me.
Oh well, it's still going for you. Then that's all perfect.
Oh, no. Okay.
No data. Okay, good thing this is being recorded.
Yep.
See, there we go.
Oh, okay.
Still gonna go
Then
up.
There we go.
Yeah,
It's being
we're
recorded.
and it should auto reconnect. I don't know. I guess nobody's watching now then.
Whatever. Anyway,
yeah.
back to the topic at hand. Sorry
Yeah.
about that, folks. We're talking about We Happy Few. I have still yet to play the game, though. I remember.
It's an
seeing-
open world roguelike. It's okay.
Oh God, no, not another one.
Yeah, this is a shame because like when that first trailer came out, everybody was like,
I knew.
Whoa.
I was one of those people that was like, okay, so I've actually been following that game since like 2014 when it was like originally announced.
yeah, I heard about it. I saw like people like Jacksepticeye playing it, and I was like, oh,
And I
that.
was like, I was one of those people who's like, I know this is gonna be bad, but I'm gonna buy it anyway.
And you did.
I just thought it looked interesting, but not something I would probably pick up day one.
It's okay. It's an okay game. I'm excited for them to finish the story and like implement that because like there's a lot of good things about it.
Yeah, there is a lot of good.
It's not ready for a movie. It is not ready for a movie in
No,
any
it's not.
way.
Mm.
Well, here's the thing. This could end up being a benefit because now people that have played the game don't know what the game is, so now they won't have that bias of the movie will never be as good as the game because we don't have a full game to compare it to. So actually smart.
Yeah.
Oh, now the stream's offline.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's that. but-
Ta-da!
It's a magic trick. Speaking of magic tricks, Dishonored 2 is in its free trial next week. I mean, this week.
You mean this? What you're gonna say?
I'm not. See, you tried to. You're like, hey, it's a thing. You like sent me the article or whatever, and I'm like, that's cool and all, but I'm not gonna play
The
a short
first,
experience.
the first 3 levels. The first 3 levels, dude.
I know.
That actually,
You-
is
you don't-
quickly compared
that's
to
pretty big.
demos.
I like that and all, but it's like I'm not gonna be able to play the whole thing once I finish those 3 levels, and if it shows any decent plot points, I'm gonna be pissed.
That's the point of a demo. You're supposed to. You're supposed to.
Demo is for you to play it, and then if you liked it,
I'm
then
gonna
you
buy the game anyway. Why do I need a demo to to reassure myself?
Yeah, it's a satiate.
Have the extra reassurance. You see, you're based. See, okay, do we want to get into the discussion of whether game demos should be a thing anymore?
No, they
I think
definitely should be a thing. I am pro game demo. It's good for people that are not sure if they want to buy the game or not. But I know I want to buy this game, so why do I need to play a demo?
Yeah, it's a uniquely consumer topic if you the demo thing because Extra Credits did a video on it and which was really good about demos, which was like from the game developer perspective, it's there's only one scenario where a demo works. All other scenarios, like, okay, let's say you come out with a demo that's bad, but your game is good. That's a bad demo. That's a bad scenario. You come out with a good demo, but the game's bad. That's a bad scenario as well.
Where basically the demo was in a better engine, and they had to downgrade it for the full game. They had I think the engine was basically less stable, so they needed a more stable engine to use it on, which is why the game turned out to be so bad.
What game are you talking about?
Sonic 06.
Oh, Sonic 06. Oh yeah. I was like, wait, why does this game not seem familiar?
With the Dishonored thing, though, unfortunately, the fact that it's coming out now is kind of an indicator that the game is not selling well, and that they need to try and reinsure some people that it is worth buying. Because usually when a game developer releases a demo after, like, I don't know how long the game's been out, like 6 months now, maybe?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
This came out in November.
6 months.
Yeah, give or take.
Oh, that's less than 6 months, actually.
That the game's not selling well, and if it doesn't continue to get sales, there probably won't be more of the series franchise.
Which
kind
of sucks. Because,
well, the thing is,
the first Dishonored game sold pretty well, if I remember correctly. But
maybe Bethesda should reconsider its review policy. That might help.
That's gonna come back and bite them in the ass eventually.
Yeah. I actually forgot Dishonored was Bethesda. How the heck did I forget that? Because I wanted to forget that.
600,000 copies didn't even break 1 million.
The first one or the second?
Second.
Oh, wow.
What was it going against again?
It won an award at the Video Game Awards last year.
Maybe it did.
Over Deus Ex in a genre that it shouldn't have or something.
Oh no, it's sold just over 1.4. My bad. That was out of date. Oh, this is console wide. What? Why would you? Hold on. Global.
Oops. I did that.
There's got to be a significant amount of people that bought it on PC.
Yeah, for sure. PC sales are a lot harder to grab though.
Yeah, you gotta do Steam Spy, and that's not even completely accurate.
Well, because it's Steam.
Yeah.
And when has that ever been completely accurate?
Yeah, Steam is a weird thing.
Is that a good segue?
No, I don't have a segue for Steam. I don't have any Steam stories.
Oh yeah, there wasn't anything.
Yeah, it was. There was a trailer for Agents of Mayhem.
And everyone that's played it has said it's very underwhelming.
I basically, I have no words to describe that.
I think it looks really cool. I mean, I really like the Saints Row franchise over actually Grand Theft Auto, but
okay,
that's just me.
That I will admit. I actually like the Saints Row games more, but when I looked at this, I'm like, this isn't a Saints Row game, and I'm gonna have that feeling of like I would rather
have another Saints Row.
Yeah,
I think they made it clear that the last one was the one.
Yeah, the fourth one, which makes sense. I mean, where the heck can you go? Where the heck can you go from that? No. If you beat the game, then Earth comes back. It's all good.
Really? I don't remember that. Okay.
Yeah, the Earth comes back, and then you get a new game plus mode where it's not glitchy. You get to change the weather effects, and all the swearing is not censored. So remember in the beginning where you're in that simulation?
Yeah.
Yeah, that and the swearing censored. So new game plus mode, it's not censored.
Nice. Uncensorship is good. No, but I think this looks cool. It looks like a hero based game, but it's not even a multiplayer game. So
that's gonna ruin potential sales for sure.
You said
these days it's kind of sad.
I was gonna bring up Crackdown. That also is technically multiplayer. So
the fact that we even got a third game in the Crackdown series is kind of shocking.
But allegedly, because that thing got delayed so many times.
It's probably gonna be bad at this point.
I remember seeing a list. I don't know what it was. I think it was on GameSpot. So take this with a grain of salt. That one of the games that might come out in 2017 is Crackdown 3, and I was like, yeah, that's not gonna happen.
It's been slated. It's they've been teasing it for 2017. It was supposed to come out last year even, but yeah. See, things. Yeah, remember Scalebound was supposed to come out this year, but then it got canceled.
At the last because of terrible things that happened.
It's kind of, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that happens with that. Angels Mayhem, I think it looks pretty cool. Since we kind of got onto this, that this game is not going to do well because it doesn't have a multiplayer component. But something that's going to be the big discussion in this conversation is where did I put it? That's not something we're going to talk about. Did I not even pull up an article on this? Okay, that's sad.
Your multi-tabs have failed you.
Yes, my multi-tabs have. And now I'm being bombarded with a massive fucking drama ad. Yep.
Oh no, it's Ty Lopez again.
Is the stream back up or no? I don't know. I'm not even paying attention.
Not.
Sad. Oh, well, we're recording it.
I don't care.
But anyways,
at least you're recording it.
Yes. So anyways, Atlas came out with some stuff that's not really too friendly to streamers or gamers or people who record video games, basically.
Well, okay. Let's talk for a little bit. It actually is very convenient for runes because now it's harder for you to actually find spoilers.
Oh yeah, no, that's it.
Okay, so the problem that I have with this mainly is that there's a lot of people are saying this very broadly, but specifically it's saying please do not. It's there's very specific things that you can't do. So you can't make the date 7/7, the 7/7, and you can't go. Yeah, go ahead.
See, okay, so Atlas has done this before. It's just they haven't done it in this manner. They used to just say, please don't spoil the game for people that are trying to avoid spoilers.
Mm.
They even came out and apologized for how they responded to this because they kind of figured out that it was kind of a mess up on their part.
Well, I mean, from this post that they did on Atlas USA, they're saying it seems like the indication is that this is coming from Atlas Japan, which is kind of weird. Which is kind of weird because this has been out in Japan for a year now, basically 6 months, I think, specifically.
But now it's out for a different market.
Yeah, but they didn't really have these rules out. If they really wanted to clamp down on spoilers, that they would have said the same about the Japanese version.
I think in Japan it's a little. Japanese are a little more unaware of how the systems work here in the States.
Yeah.
So that's very, very, very true.
Nintendo.
Even Sega does that. Okay.
It's more of a fault on Atlas's Japan side because they're not very people aren't gonna the Persona community is pretty respectful towards everyone else. They don't like to spoil games. I still don't know how Persona 4 ends.
Right.
That's how good the community is.
And that means you also didn't watch.
I mean, I don't know how Metal Gear Solid 4 ends. I never beat it.
Oh.
In
or because you fell asleep at the ending. Just admit it.
Don't spoil that. That's like
No, I actually only recently picked up Metal Gear Solid 4.
Just a heads up though, if you do go to beat Metal Gear Solid 4, make sure you don't watch the ending cutscene when it's like 2 in the morning, like I did.
Oh no!
Oh no! Did you fall asleep?
Oh no! It's like an hour long. It's like an hour long, like the other endings.
It's like 45-minute long cutscene.
Nice.
Of, like, just stupid shit.
And that's the reason why no one likes the game. Oh no! I don't know.
Whoa!
Okay.
Oh, you want people to dislike bomb this video?
Go for your channel, bro.
I would dislike it myself even, but.
Well, hey! I didn't have.
Ouch.
PS3 had no way to access Metal Gear 4,
just
so
to play it.
Yeah, I wasn't that big into Metal Gear. I only played the first game, and I thought that was good enough for me. And then I got the HD collection.
Surprise for you! That was supposed to be the end, number 1, and then.
Yeah, but I also played the Twin Snakes version, which I still have.
Yeah.
So, getting back to the whole Atlas thing.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that.
They're gonna hit people with strikes and whatnot for sure, but in the end, people are gonna continue to stream it. They're gonna play the whole thing on stream. Some people will avoid it for that reason, just play it on their own time. It's not a huge deal.
Yeah.
This shit happens all the time. Nintendo has been doing it since like 2013.
Sega has been doing it as well. Actually, a lot of people have been like really pissy and saying, "Oh, Atlas has no right to do this," but they kind of do. Because
they do.
Technically, you don't even own the games that you have. It's a license. It's not even. You don't even. You like, okay, this copy of Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles that I have right here. I don't actually own this. I'm just licensing this from Capcom and Nintendo.
And if they want to take down your content because you did something with it, they have every right to do so. Totally.
It's yeah, people are feeling like really entitled to this stuff, but it's just
they don't have to make games. They don't have to give you this stuff.
Don't be mad at Atlas. Be mad at the system. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
don't hate the player, hate the game.
But also another conversation that I was seeing being popped up. There was a thread that was going around. I saw some indie devs sharing around, but like they were talking about like, well, you know, how spoilers might hurt sales for certain games. You know, so you could definitely see it was.
Especially if it's a story-driven game.
Yeah.
Like, imagine someone spoiled. Okay, I know this might be a bad comparison because you know who the frick plays Telltale games anymore, but
actually, they're very popular. Yeah.
Oh, really? Dang, I'm just out of the loop.
Why are they still making them?
I'm like an idiot. Let's forget about that. What I meant is, for those nice people that played all the Telltale games, imagine if someone came in and ruined how the game ends.
Which happens all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but like.
Told to me how The Walking Dead season 1 and 2 ended before I even played it.
But it's not even that, just that, but like with spoilers and let's plays. Okay, when thinking like a purely consumer level, you're hypothetically playing this game for the story. Well, why would you pay money for this game when, you know, PewDiePie does a let's play of Firewatch, right? Firewatch was one of the best like story games that I played last year, but you know, I could have just watched PewDiePie play it and had a very similar experience. And a lot of developers were talking about how, you know, it's actually it's a double-edged sword, and they're never going to be able to like litigate against all these people who are doing let's plays again of their games, but they'll be like, hey, please be consider. Actually, who's that guy who that Dragon Cancer? He actually said, hey, let's plays and streams actually hurt my game because people were watching the game, and he pointed to all these people who were watching the game and his sales, and he's like
to Markiplier, because that's actually how I found out about the game. I didn't watch the entire thing. I just watched the first 30 minutes of it.
That's why
I was like, what the heck is this game?
Yeah. But then there's also the same argument that is with piracy is like, okay, these people were never going to buy the game in the first place, and it's not the same market or something. That's the argument that a lot of pirates use, is like, okay, these people were never going to buy the game in the first place, so we'll just let them pirate the game. But
which is
somebody was making that argument in my G2A video, which I was like, okay,
which will always stay relevant.
I think of G2A almost. Sorry to go off topic here.
Yeah.
I kind of think of G2A.
That's actually going to become a topic.
I was going to say
it is actually relevant. It's a much scummier GameStop almost because
yeah,
of the way they.
That's saying something.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
But back to the whole topic of like sales, like spoilers ruining sales. I completely agree, especially with indie games. Like I have not played the Walking Dead game because I watched a Let's Play. I was like, what's the point in buying it? I've seen how this ends up, and that's why with games like Firewatch, I bought on. I waited like a year and got it on GOG, and I still don't know how that Dragon Cancer goes because I want to experience these games because I know that they are like one-off experiences.
Yeah, definitely. I was gonna have a point. Yeah, I mean, like, it's also like a criticism that I've noticed with that I have been having with a lot of review series, like someone like someone like I remember when I was watching. I used to watch CinemaSins actually, and then like they'll review a movie that I wanted to watch, right? And then after I watched the video, not watching the movie before, and I'm like, well, I don't want to watch this movie anymore. It's just like, okay.
I always kind of thought you would watch them
after
you watch
you're supposed.
Movie.
That's what you're supposed to do.
The movies that they've done those videos with after those videos they did of them, and it's almost a completely different experience because like they kind of butcher.
They really do butcher.
I think that's the point, though.
They say they're
supposed to be super nitpicky, and
they say they're a satire, but I don't really like the kind of like nitpicky. They say they're a satire, but
the same argument that Leafy is a satire.
No,
maybe, but you need some more stronger evidence.
Like there's always this. I don't know who to attribute this quote to, but like when you have a group of people acting like idiots, eventually a bunch of idiots are going to find you and then think that they're welcome there, and so they're going to start being an idiot there too. So that over analytical stuff about like that CinemaSins does, it's like it's completely misses the points of those movies. And like I saw someone do a video over they're doing everything wrong with CinemaSins on their video on Ghost in the Shell, and they actually made me want to watch Ghost in the Shell because I think that's the point of these videos should be. But
was it the original?
The anime movie, yeah.
Yeah. That's the one I meant. Was the original one because Ghost in the Shell got like. I think 1 or 2 animes, and apparently there's a confirmed another Ghost in the Shell anime.
Oh, yeah. I think there's a new series. I think it's gonna be.
Yep, there's another new series.
Yeah, but
okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just like, okay. I think that content on YouTube should make you want to like, I don't know.
Well, I always
want to experience it for yourself, not make you want to avoid it.
Right. I mean, this stuff doesn't affect me because I do reviews and I try to make people want to play the games that I'm talking about. So
except like me, I try to make them avoid them like the plague. Well, at least the last one I did.
Yeah. I mean, it was a review analysis. It's like, hey, why you should avoid this? This is why this game fails, right? It's totally. I think that those types of videos are transformative, like completely, and like there's no argument against that. But like,
I just want to inform people. It's one of the reasons why I play Sonic games is to inform people that they are actually fun, and it's the reason why I tend to play older games on my channel because I want to know the people that look at these games from like decades ago. They're still fun to play. you should go play them.
Yeah.
That's why I try not to pick story-driven games or heavily story-driven games, because for that reason. But yeah, let's. Do you have anything else to say about this before we move on to the next topic? I don't think we have anything. Well, we mentioned GE2A, so do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so this was a rock rolling.
This was a clusterfuck.
Yep, this is such a roller coaster of a story.
Story in like a week.
Yes, in a week, and the first, like, on Monday they announced, G2A announced, they were like, hey, we're partnering with Gearbox and we're gonna release physical special editions of the new Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. Hey, we talked about that last week.
And then Gearbox is like, "Oh, hey, you guys need to kind of clean up your shit." That's not even actually the full story, because in between there, Total Biscuit, John Bain, he said, "Okay, I am now boycotting all Gearbox games because we're not going to legitimize these shady people, scummy people," and then I think, not even specifically, I don't know who in Gearbox, maybe Randy Pitchford or somebody, that was like, hey, we didn't know these guys are bad. Can you give us more information? And then so they went in a back and forth and stuff, and then actually Total Biscuit actually wrote the demands that Gearbox was going to have for G2A, because they try to put G2A in a corner to actually like reform them, like actually make it so that your conditions are before you had to buy G2A Shield to make sure that your purchases were actually good. But and then that was one of the conditions, but G2A didn't listen, and so now they've backed out of the deal.
Yep.
Man,
that's literally all that happened within the week.
Yeah, that's a story. That's a movie right there.
Fucking, why I hate Gearbox, to be honest. Like, Randy Pitchford alone, he's a fucking dipshit.
He is kind of, but like he
got excited. But he means well.
Do you know the YouTuber? He's in our community. He's Rikioku. He was having a back and forth with actually Randy Pitchford, which was kind of interesting and enlightening.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did. I'll actually I'll drop the thread in the Discord, but
yes, please do that.
Yeah, I'm interested in that.
Yeah, he had a back and forth about it, and then because like Randy Pitchford was saying that he didn't know about it before. And apparently what was going on, from what he was saying that he told one of his partners that, hey, whatever People Can Fly wants to do, just let them do it, because he's like, oh, we're a developer-friendly publisher. And then...
they're not, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. But this is what he's saying. I'm just saying what he's saying. And then apparently People Can Fly wanted to do this deal with G2A. And so that's how that happened, and how he didn't know.
There really was no back and forth. So
yeah.
Again, we're talking about the man who okayed Colonial Marines and Duke forever.
And he apparently spent his own. Oh yeah.
You had to remind me of that. You had to remind me of freaking Duke Nukem Forever.
Like, Randy Pitchford had to have known what G2A was. Like, they have a huge reputation of being scummy and manipulative and just stealing from developers. That's what the website is. It's just theft. It's legal theft.
Just because they're both thieves doesn't mean they don't know each other. Also, I have to legally distinguish that we're not calling Gearbox or Randy Pitchford thieves. I don't want to be sued.
No, G2As are thieves.
Okay, yeah, let's G2A are, but not. I don't want to say that. Also, Randy Pitchford they're actually local, so I don't want to say that about.
He's coming for you.
Oh no, it's good.
Nah, I'm just saying that I'm just saying that because he might be a potential employer. I'm just saying that.
Man, it's just like, how do you go into business with someone and not know their like reputation in any sense the way.
I mean, it happens all the time, though. You know.
Well, I would like to think that he just simply didn't care. He's like, well, everyone has bad rep from time to time, so.
No, there's no way. There's no way. If they did know about this, they're complete and utter idiots for going into
well, I mean,
like
Gearbox has bad rep all the time.
What would you believe more, that Gearbox is an idiot, or Gearbox knowingly wanted to do a deal with one of the shadiest key resellers that actually cannibalizes their business and hurts other developers? All previous indications shows that, well, they're idiots. So
Yeah.
Well, at least they're making Borderlands 3.
So he got excited over Battleborn having a Rule 34 page on Reddit. So
oh yeah.
Yeah, he reshared it. Oh, why do I keep on?
And now he doesn't need to make it.
Yep. Next story is, we're done with that story, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, we're done. We're done. I don't want to talk about G2A, though. I will mention that your video will forever be relevant.
Oh yeah, it's still I still get comments, and that one's one of those videos that constantly gets views. So speaking of great games, Resident Evil 4 is a great game, and so
what about it?
Okay, so there's this group of people, modders, that are doing a full HD remake of the whole game, and they recently
because the HD remake we got was not actually HD; it was just upscaled.
Yeah,
well,
basically,
it
was 60 FPS as well.
HD, it was 60 FPS. It was HD in the sense that, like, a PS2 GameCube game upscaled to like lowest HD as possible, but still technically considered HD. If that makes any sense.
I think the HD. I think the port that's on Steam is pretty good. I don't know. That's just me.
And the way I played it was on the Xbox One, and that actually was it's still technically in HD, but the models aren't like enhanced. Its resolution.
I mean, if you look,
the leaf texture though, terrible.
Yeah. I know.
That was a huge complaint people had when it came out.
Yeah, but if you look through these screenshots, some of these screenshots are like, especially in the lab area, looks really like almost PS3 graphics, and some of the lighting is really good. So that's really cool. I might be using this. I don't know, but that's that. Just to let people know that's going on.
The April Fool's mode.
Are you looking through the?
About the Bayonetta Sega thing.
Oh, I actually, because that happened in the weekend. I didn't actually pull up an article on it, but Bayonetta. There's a free to play Bayonetta game that's 2D on Steam right now, which is very significant because Bayonetta is not even on Steam, and
everything about it so far has pointed to it being us getting Bayonetta 1 and 2.
Yeah, which would be significant because Bayonetta 2 is a Wii U exclusive, so that would be cool.
Because that would be, I think that would.
They
actually
might
be
have to pull out
Nintendo.
the Nintendo costumes that the Wii U port.
Oh, they definitely will. They definitely will, but they'll probably add in something else because some of those are like big Easter eggs that do stuff. But...
Oh yeah. There was a Star Fox costume. Yeah, I don't remember if it was. I think it was Bayonetta 2.
There's also a Samus.
One of the flying sequences, if you wore the Star Fox costume, you actually were piloting an R-wing. And since it's from Platinum, you got Star Fox. Hey, guess what happened?
Star Fox Zero. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. They were smart with that.
Who published the original one? Original Bayonetta. Sega.
Sega.
Platinum developed.
Okay, so yeah. So it's very likely that it's going to be, or who knows, Bayonetta 3.
It would be absolutely ridiculous for them to release an 8-bit Bayonetta thing for Steam and it not be what everyone's expecting.
Kamiya's working on his whatever he might be transitioning into his next project, or doing nothing right now. So he's open for Bayonetta 3, I'm assuming.
Oh, it could be. It'd actually be kind of funny if it was like Bayonetta 3.
And that's like this was coming to Steam. We promise.
Steam gets.
No. Bayonetta 3 is a Steam only game, so you can. Just spite everyone.
Could you imagine?
Oh, the salt. Ugh.
It's not even available on Origin. It's only Steam.
Oh gosh. Okay. Speaking of salt, apparently, Diego Maradona, the cheating bastard, and I just talked about not calling people names, but he's wanting to sue Konami for his likeness in the latest PES game, and that's Pro Evolution Soccer, not PES as in the PES dispenser.
PES dispenser game? Probably a Wii shovelware game.
What a weird thing this has been. I feel like they have the rights to the franchise, clearly. So they have rights to use these guys' face. So it'd be really shocking if he ended up winning the case.
See, the thing is that Diego Maradona, he doesn't play anymore, right?
He's a retro, but he's like a like a classic character.
Yeah, but I don't think that when these clubs,
like if Bill Clinton decided to sue for his image in one of the NBA
jams.
games.
Oh, that's actually a story. Actually, we need to talk about. But
what really?
There's a new NBA Jam game coming out.
Really?
It's not called NBA Jam though, unfortunately, and it doesn't look like it. But that's a different story. But
it's not an NBA Jam game.
It's called like NBA Slam or something.
So it's Slam Jam. This is going to be like the movie, not the movie, the game adaptation of Space Jam.
Oh gosh,
they had that. That was the thing.
Oh really? Like Super NES
game. Anyway.
Okay. Anyways, so yeah. And then Konami came back and they said, no, we have the rights to your likeness. You probably, and then that's where the story ends, apparently. So
it was a case of no, you don't have it. Yes, we do. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, who would believe Maradona though? He did his one claim to fame was not even like people went over the footage again and they said, "Oh, this is not even real." Remember the I don't know if you guys know soccer that much, but it's like the goal of the gods or hands of the god, and No, if you look at the footage, it's like it's a really weird goal that he made.
Hand of God goal.
Or yeah, that's it. And he made a really weird goal, and like people are analyzing it now, and they're saying, yeah, his hand hit the ball, and that's what made it go in. But like nobody saw it apparently, and then that's how Argentina won its one World Cup.
That was definitely his hand.
Yeah, and that counted as a goal, and that gave Argentina its one World Cup.
Or maybe not. That's hard to tell.
Yeah, that's the thing. But I think that
his hand hits it for sure. Like for sure, his hand hits it.
Well, that's a handball. That's not even It's not even a goal then.
Yeah. Okay. So is there anything else?
No, there's nothing else, and that's not. Well, there's a whole list here. We still haven't even talked about BioWare or some other stuff.
I'm interested to talk about the BioWare thing, actually.
Yeah, let's talk about BioWare.
Oh yeah, let's skip over to that then. First of all, let's go with the easy thing. There was a patch for Mass Effect Andromeda that fixes a lot of the faces, not completely, but just shading to the eyes.
It fixes some of the characters. It's still the most uncanny looking thing ever.
Hey. You think the models are bad in Mass Effect Andromeda? You have not seen the models in Sonic Chronicles with PS That's made by BioWare. Oh my god.
I was like, he's gonna bring up Sonic. I was like, oh my god, he's gonna bring up Sonic.
No, but like overall,
I'm sorry, Sponge. I have to fill my quota.
Yes, you've talked about it like twice this stream.
That's my quota.
I haven't even mentioned Dark Souls, so you know.
You did now.
Yeah, I just did, but
so the eyes do look better. I'm gonna try to keep this on track. The eyes do look better, but the problem is still the fact that the eyes have very little movement when characters are talking. They're still like dull eyes, basically.
Yeah, that kind of.
They're still lifeless, but they're good looking.
Yeah, they look better. They're not like giant.
They put on some makeup.
Yeah, they got rid of some.
Oh yeah, just say they got rid of makeup.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
And they added a thing where you could skip a certain cutscene, like set of cutscenes, which it helps, but landing and departing from planets still takes fucking forever.
Ooh.
So
it's. But here's the thing, where do you still enjoy the game, and would you still recommend it?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I still would highly recommend Andromeda if you like those kind of games.
For full price? That's the question.
Depends on the person, I think.
Yeah.
If they're willing to like.
I think if it's a person that really likes Mass Effect.
If you like ARPGs, yes. If not, it's still a good experience. It's a good enough experience just for the characters alone. They're all incredibly well written.
Oh, I like good characters.
Yeah.
Really? Because that's super good, because that was a big staple for all Mass Effects was that each of your party members were.
It's like even if it's basically just taking a book like a book off of the shelf of the originals, they're still all really good characters. Except that's one of the core things that should be in the Mass Effect games, is that each character, each of the main characters, even Ryder is actually kind of a fun character. He has a real personality, which is nice.
Didn't you say that you hated? Oh, what was her name? PB.
Oh, PB sucks. She's like the lol random adventure character.
So it is Peanut Butter Gamer. Wow.
The first interaction you have with her is that she jumps on you.
Yeah, that would immediately make me hate someone.
Mm-hmm. And all she does is fuck with the other crew members.
Oh no! I'll throw her out the airlock.
Oh, she lives in the airlock, so it would be very easy to do so.
What? Oh my god! What the heck?
No, sorry, she doesn't live in an airlock. She sleeps in one of the escape pods.
Oh, dude.
So jettisoning her into space would not be the hardest thing in the world.
I'm just like, really? But you said that each of the characters were good, so you have to. Even that character has some redeeming qualities, right?
Actually, I don't know. Forgetting she is a character until someone mentions her or I see her bitching on the deck. So I don't know if she's actually a good character or not. So far, I dislike her.
Too bad they got rid of Renegade, or else I would.
Now it's like and dislike, just like Facebook.
No, it's like intellection and like emotion or something.
Yeah. You can't just choose to shoot some people, but they're mostly bad guys.
I mean, I like. I didn't die anyway. I didn't like the Paragon and the Renegade stuff, so I like this a little bit more. But that's that.
I like the idea to a point, but I think what it really should have done is just gave you an option for each scenario, and then I don't know. It's kind of a bit hard to describe, but the way that it was handled was just bad. I think it was a good idea, but the execution
the thing is with the execution is that what they're trying to emulate is D&D type things. So like when you're playing a D&D character, you play.
They're trying to do with
chaotic good,
evil, types that situation.
Yeah, I know, and that's a very BioWare thing to do.
Technically, in Mass Effect, you can't play a bad character. It's just a bad character that tries to do the good thing. So it's like chaotic good or something. So it's like chaotic good. It's chaotic good and lawful good, and
at the worst you could be chaotic neutral. Oh no, wait.
See, the problem I have,
you can only be chaotic good or lawful good.
Yeah. So the problem that I had with the previous Mass Effects is that, okay, I start off the game, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be a Paragon, so I just keep on clicking Paragon. It's like no actual thought behind anything I was doing.
Yeah, so it's good for the first time around, but that's about it, and that's even if you're paying attention.
Yeah. Like a lot of those, like, oh man,
have a major effect on anything.
Well, I mean, there's a bar that fills up, so I'm.
Like, does it really affect anything at the end?
Well, you don't really know that when you're playing the game.
In the first game, which was interesting, is that you could make whatever Paragon or Renegade decision you wanted. What only mattered was the stat you leveled up. So the bars still filled up, but the options to say whichever one you wanted to were locked behind a skill level that you had to put experience points in. Charm and Intimidate. They got rid of that in all the other Mass Effect games, but Mass Effect 1, that's how it was.
Oh yeah, but that's that. Okay, so we're done talking about mechanics and stuff.
Next topic.
Okay, so we're going to talk about a little bit of narrative. So BioWare came out with a statement this week, addressing a character that was getting a lot of criticism from.
I sent this to you. Yeah.
Yes, you sent it to me. From both the from all sides, from like people who are like, "Oh, lol, this is SJW talking points right here," and then even like trans people were saying, "Hey, this is not good representation here." And
okay, so funny enough, I actually talked to this. It's one of the first characters I talked to when I set up a base.
Mm-hmm.
The article says something about how they just openly talk to you about their transition.
Yeah, they mentioned the dead name, which like a lot of trans people have been saying, like a trans person would never use their dead name because it's their dead name. They don't consider that person that part, like they won't use it. It's not a thing.
But like, see, the character didn't really do any of that for me. Like I talked to her. She gave me information on some quests and shit that was going on around the settlement, and that was about it. I didn't even know this was a trans character until
all the videos.
Yeah, I found out the article.
Like I was seeing a lot of, like when the game came out, like even early, before even like everybody was playing it, I saw this one clip going around, like a lot of the more reactionary people, and they were like, hey, this is see, look, it's the SJW, BioWare forcing their agenda on us, and it's just like
BioWare should be called socialware. Oh god,
yeah, it's just like, no, it's just apparently it's just bad writing. It's there's a I listened to
can't necessarily blame BioWare for that because they have different writers writing different characters.
Apparently, what I was hearing from there's this trans critic that I listened to is Laura Dale. She's on the Podquisition with Jim Sterling, but she did a whole article on it. But it was really interesting to read. But she was saying that, most likely they didn't have any trans people who actually were in collaboration with writing this, but they did with what's the last game they did? Dragon Age. No, Dragon Age Inquisition. Yeah, which she was showing like has
That's
some of the best.
They did have a transgender writer.
Yeah, and they were saying that has some of the best representation for trans people in a RPG.
Even though, like, Inquisition, if I remember correctly, isn't really one of the better Dragon Age games.
Yeah, but the question was like how people were represented, and BioWare is apologizing for that, and hopefully they do fix that. I mean, if they are going to fix it, hopefully they do, and people understand it was not their intention to.
You see, one of the best things about this, and this is kind of going into that way back further when the whole Final Fantasy 15 was getting a story deal free DLC via story things that were being updated, is that now you can do that. You can do that now. You can, like, game companies like, oh, we wrote this bad. Here, let me fix it.
A game's never truly completely finished. You know, there's something in the business called known shippables. So it's like, okay, QA comes in and they're like, okay, this is a problem, this is a problem, this is a problem, but only these need to be addressed right now. But all of these others are you can ship the game with them and you can patch them out.
I guess the big issue is that it's very insensitive on their part to have tried to write for a character that they probably didn't know much about.
Yes, I mean, yeah, that's the thing about representation and stuff like that. You just.
Oh, okay. See, so now that you did this, I thought you were going to segue into the whole Persona 5 thing, but I kind of don't want to talk about it because Rune wants to avoid spoilers. So.
No, I mean, like, I don't have anything about it. I just saw people talking about it, and that's like a last week story. I mean, like, there's some people who are saying that the gay representation in Persona 5 is not that good, and
okay, look, it's Japan. It's Japan.
Yeah.
They have a gay community that is like as
strong as America. Yeah.
So Persona 4 actually does have a gay character.
Yes.
Shinji? I think Shinji.
Yes.
And he's done very well, I think.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't meet any of the stereotypes. It's not Shinji, my bad. I can't remember his name.
I know who you're talking about. But I can't remember his name either.
It's Kanji. My bad. It's Kanji.
Ah, yes, him.
Kanji is a gay character, and like, even he's not done amazingly well, but he's like good for a gay character.
Yeah, I mean, look at his fight with the Shadow when he's in that.
Like
he got to that part.
Like his dungeon is like a gay bathhouse. So if that tells you anything about how he's written.
Yeah, but that's like.
Isn't that like that was a stereotype of
knew that was a part of him. Like all the other ones, it's like I never knew this was a part of me.
Yeah.
This is like, nah, I already knew you were a part of me. So.
I mean, I didn't. The reason why I didn't bring it up is because I didn't really read into it as much as the trans issue, because I'm not. I don't know. I just didn't listen to.
Oh,
that's completely fine. I just thought I would mention it since that is something that you did link me to. I thought get a little. It was a good segue, but that's it. Do you have anything else?
No, not really.
Okay, so I guess this is the time Marie should bring up something, but actually I don't have anything.
So
bring up.
So mentioning so speaking of people with like very superheroic personas, Marvel Heroes Omega is Marvel Heroes, but it's going to be on consoles now.
I don't care.
Nobody cares anymore.
I mean, it does have. I know that Marvel Heroes has this like ardent fan base. I know that when it was originally launched, there was a lot of problems. So they did a separate even Steam listing so that they could get rid of those bad reviews of the original version. And the newest version is what a lot of fans are saying is what they wanted originally. It's basically a Diablo clone of.
So basically, it's Final Fantasy 14. I mean, not 14. Wait, was 14 the MMO?
Yes, 14 is the MMO.
Okay, yeah. So yes. It was Final Fantasy 14. The original one sucked balls.
Actually, now I know what game you're talking about. Yeah. No, the game started out very poorly, but then the developer was like, "Oh crap, we can't really afford this to be bad.
Yeah.
Let's fix that." And then it went like free to play, and it was still like a good free to play game.
Yeah, it's a good game. A lot of people are saying it's good. And on PS4, it looks like it's gonna be free to play. So yeah, for PS4 people, you can play it. Oh, it's gonna be on Xbox One as well. So there you go. Something to play.
Yeah.
People are always asking me like, "Hey, do I don't know what to play. Yeah, so that's why I do these things. Speaking of,
it's always good. It's always good to keep an eye out for those free-to-play games that actually are good.
Yeah,
and,
yeah. Marvel Heroes is a good one. From what I hear.
And that's why when Let It Die came out and that was free to play, I was like, oh, finally, there's something free for the PS4 that you can.
That's good. That's good only for That's good for only the first 13 hours. Then after that.
But that's still 13 hours of free time that you're playing.
Yeah, that was. It was. I do have to admit that it was a lot of fun. What I played of it. I don't regret.
There you go. That's all you need. That's all you could really ask for a free-to-play game is that you at least enjoyed some of it.
Right now I'm going through Paladins and I'm like, okay, I'm not sure how much time I should spend on this, but before I drop
Zero.
It's not that bad. Calm down.
Yeah.
It's just Overwatch.
It's not.
I know, but I thought I would have to get that out.
Speaking of multiplayer shooters, Call of Duty is set to be the next Marvel? Question mark?
Okay, you guys can talk about this. I'm gonna go get water.
Okay, you can do that. Okay. So there's this.
He just doesn't want to
talk about Call of Duty.
Discussions about Call of Duty.
Yeah. He didn't even watch my Call of Duty.
You Sponge. You love this stuff.
I like talking about anything, but apparently, so there's this article by The Guardian, and they did an interview with a lot of people behind this new project who they're saying that it's going to be very similar to Marvel because, well, the main guy who's working on this also worked on partnering Disney and Star Wars, and also Marvel and Disney. So, you know, he's a bigwig, right? And he's working on this Call of Duty series, and he's like, yeah, this is going to be like a whole series of things, and it's going to be great. It's going to be big, like a multimedia thing.
Ooh. Hey, didn't Deus Ex try to do that?
But Deus Ex is Deus Ex, and Call of Duty is Call of Duty. And, yeah, Deus Ex was never as popular as Call of Duty.
That's why Deus Ex. That's why Deus Ex universe never really took out.
Maybe in another multiverse we might be able to see. That's interesting.
Maybe another multiverse. Deus Ex is actually COD, and there's like a new one every year.
Oh god. No, I wouldn't want to live in that one either, because then it would be bad. So what they're saying they're going for is. They want to do a Black Ops movie type style of a movie of like, you know, Black Ops-y stuff.
The first game definitely felt like a blockbuster movie.
Yeah, it does. But what they specifically said is like, okay, so we want to do some kind of like, you know, espionage stuff, and then we want to do a Modern Warfare type thing, which is like big troop movements, like a standard like military movie. And then we want to do a hybrid movie of the two combined. And it's just like, I think you guys are thinking this thing a little bit too much. It's really simple. There's not really much you have to do.
Just make a World War II movie. But you gotta make sure to call it, you know, Call of Duty World War II, because people might get that confused.
They might be like, oh, is this World War One or World War II? I'm not sure. So I mean, there's Hitler. Oh, so this is World War One. Okay, gotcha. No, yeah. But the thing is about Call of Duty is like there's not really anything really distinctive of about the Call of Duty franchise that makes it, you know, needing of a movie universe. I don't think, because they're not.
The only thing that is that even comes close to that is probably the fan base. But I mean, you can't really copy the fan base.
I'm not even.
Unless you were to do a meta commentary on the fans of Call of Duty, I would probably see that.
It looks like they're not doing that. They're saying they're not going to take anything from the games. It's just going to have the brand. But unfortunately,
that's probably for the best.
The only thing I can think of that would actually work is, even though I don't even like this, it's Call of Duty Zombies. Actually make one on that storyline, because there's actually a storyline there that people actually like, and you could do multiple movies on that.
You know, you're really right about that, and that's
sad.
It's kind of weird to say that, but you're right. you're absolutely right, because first off, then we could finally get a official movie where people could just watch that instead of trying to track down multiple freaking YouTube videos, read like things that are super complicated, trying to decipher things that may be important or might not be important, and trying to figure out this complicated story that involves time travel, aliens, and just...
So you're talking about the Dark Souls community, right? There we go.
Oh my god.
There we go. The prerequisite Dark Souls comment in the stream. There we go. Tune in next time for the next Dark Souls comment.
Which will probably be in another minute.
Yep. So speaking of Dark Souls, no, I'm just kidding. Okay, so apparently during April Fools, you wanted to say anything else?
Oh, I was just going to say, it's like, technically, did you talk about the Dark Souls 3 DLC in your last stream?
No, because I didn't talk about it because I don't know, I didn't want to talk about it. There's nothing. Oh, I mean, we could talk about it because, like, okay, hey guys, anybody who's playing the Dark Souls 3 DLC, you know those angels that keep shooting you? They're nerfing those. Also, if you keep dying to those, you suck. Get good noob.
I saw those. It's like the guy's strategy was just to roll through to safety.
Well, it's obvious what they're trying to do. They're trying to recreate that moment in Bloodborne. Something very similar happens, but it doesn't work.
With the like Cthulhu-esque
No. There's this part of the town that's totally cordoned off. That it's like, okay, this part has been quarantined. You cannot come in here. And then you open the door, and then this guy tells you, "Hey, do not come in here." He's like on this tower. He's like, "Do not come in here." And then you keep on running through. He opens fire on you with a chain gun, and it's just a huge machine gun that's just it never stops. And so you have to like move from cover to cover. And then all the way up to...
That would actually seem like right at home at Bloodborne.
Yeah.
I'm assuming a lot of people like that sequence.
That was a really good sequence, but Dark Souls 3, when it tried to do that with the angels, there's multiple angels, it was less of a thing. It's less of a set piece. It was more of a like, oh, this is a new enemy that you have to deal with. It didn't feel special. It just felt like, oh, it just
felt like a new obstacle instead of a set piece when it should have been. Like, would you say there wasn't really build up?
I honestly don't think that the enemy needed to be nerfed. I was level 95 when I was playing that DLC. Not even 95. I was like 89 when I started that DLC, and the recommended level is supposed to be 100, and I got through that part fine. So.
Well, you see, you're also an expert. So...
Hey, as a little secret, if you're playing the DLC, I do think that you are proficient in Dark Souls.
Oh yeah, good. Okay, that's a good point. Oh, I can't argue there.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say?
Huh? What? No.
They're nerfing the angels, and yeah, because you haven't even played Dark Souls 3, so yeah. So apparently during April Fools, I thought this was kind of cool. They actually put Prop Hunt into Modern Warfare Remastered, just like the mod for Prop Hunt.
And people want it to be a real
yeah.
Which actually kind of,
even if it's not like a full game mode, they should make it available to people to play.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me when Halo used
something to a game.
Thing, where, they would have a day or two of like a separate game mode.
I mean, like Overwatch does it. They have like special game modes, and then they become do they ever become permanent, or any new modes?
A couple of them do.
See, a couple of them do.
Did Lucio Ball ever become a game mode?
One thing in Halo, I think it was Griff Ball or something like that.
That became a full thing, yeah. Like it was just a joke
from
the Rooster Teeth guys. It became a real thing.
Yeah. So
Red versus Blue.
It's not uncommon.
Yeah.
I guess that's all we're gonna have to say.
But okay, so this is another big news discussion. So, CD Projekt Red trademarked the term cyberpunk. Discuss.
Wait, the word cyberpunk?
Yes, they did. But there's a lot of like, hey, this is crazy, guys. But in all actuality, it's not as bad. I mean, because with the they trademarked it in America like way back in 2015 even, but nobody made a hoopla. It only when it happened in Europe that a lot of hoopla started to happen. But the thing is that they don't want people to say come in and make Cyberpunk 2. They don't want people to say Cyberpunk 27. The trademark, if you actually read it, specifically states that. But you could. They're not talking about. They don't own the Cyberpunk aesthetic. It's a trademark. There's a difference between a copyright and a trademark. Well, the trademark is for specifically Cyberpunk 2078 and anything very similar to that. So they want to be able to protect their IP.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. I mean, as long as they're not going to go after people for using the word cyberpunk.
No, even when you they released an explanation and they said that okay, you could call your game John Smith Adventures in a Cyberpunk Dystopian Society. You could call it that. You could call it 20 short video games set in cyberpunk worlds. You could call that, but you cannot call it Cyberpunk 2. You cannot call it Cyberpunk 2079. You cannot call it Cyberpunk 2080 because that's directly infringing on their copyright, their trademark.
Cyberpunk and like a number, basically. It's like
you
need to be a little more original.
Because like I see where they're coming from, because like you're gonna get confused between, like a consumer would get confused. Hey, is this the next Cyberpunk game?
But that's also how some people make the money. They aim it like that.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Video Benqueda, with your ratatouille.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, CD Projekt Red, they're pretty cool guys. So if it was any other company, I would be a little bit more worried.
And that's for their new potential game, right?
It's not even going to come out within the next 2 years, I don't think.
It's got at least another 5 years on it, I think. They take a lot of time to make games.
Yeah, that's the reason why The Witcher 3 is so good.
Witcher 2 came out in 2012 or 2011.
Oh.
I think.
So
I think it's going to be a four year.
They already had a formula of what they wanted to do, and it was just improving.
Maybe. I mean,
so this is starting from scratch.
I just.
It's not. I don't know. I don't know anything about game development.
I just hope I don't have to wait till 2077 for Cyberpunk 2077. No.
I'm just here wondering why you decided to say that joke when it really wasn't that funny.
I was not paying enough attention to get the joke.
Oh,
so.
Rip.
Oh man, that's even meaner than my statement.
Okay, so there's two last things I want to talk about. So Double Fine, they do this little little contest within their company. They call it Amnesia, and basically they get all their developers together and they're like, hey, pitch us a bunch of games. And a lot of those prototypes are on Humble Bundle right now, and for depending on a sliding scale, $5 you get all the prototypes, and you could vote on which ones you want. Oh, they actually already voted. But the bundle is still up right now, so you could just take a look at those games.
So basically, there are these prototypes of new game or concepts. I guess
new concepts that they might actually make into a game or not.
That you can buy for like $5. Okay.
They also have the previous ones there. It's something to look for. Some interesting ones there. There's one that I really like that's pretty interesting. It's basically like a party game. It's called I Have No Idea What I'm Doing. It's a VR game, and basically the way it's described is like you're wearing the VR hat and basically you don't know who you are, and so like you just have to make a certain motion based off of the information that you got, and then other people have to infer about what you are, basically.
So charades.
Kinda. What they described it as, like, warrior wear. Like, are you controlling a giant puppet head from? Yeah. That's basically what it is, but with VR. But I think that's cool. That could be fun.
Okay, that could be interesting. I mean, I think we would have to get a more portable VR headset, but I mean.
Yeah, that's with the next generation of VR.
Yeah, this is one of those things where it's like, hopefully the next generation. It's the reason why, I say the Switch is probably one of the best party consoles, because you could just freaking take it anywhere, and there you go. You can play one and two Switch anywhere. So.
Can milk those udders and stroke those stroke those invisible bananas. Yeah. Speaking of. Speaking of stroking invisible bananas, I will leave you off with a game that recommendation. You could play What's Under Your Blanket too.
Wait, what? I totally lost that.
Why does it have a sequel?
Yeah. So there's a game that came out like 6 months ago or something, or 9 months ago, called What's Under Your Blanket.
Public.
Yeah,
it's doing it in public now.
It's in public. It's completely in public. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I did not know this game existed. Well, you just.
Actually, I only know about the first one because of Jim Sterling. I watched his video on it, but
okay, you see that explains a lot now.
Yeah, but basically, I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory, but there's a second one now, but the big thing now is you can do it co-op and also multiplayer.
This dude must have some kind of like mental disorder, because no one would do this in public.
That's the joke.
Donald Trump's in it, of course.
Yep.
Oh, Mo. We'll put it to the list of Donald Trump games. Which, by the way, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Of course, there's multiplayer now. That's not weird.
Come on, you didn't do that when you were in the hospital.
And I'm just thinking co-op. Oh.
You gotta. Bro, can you help me?
What are we doing? Is this what video games have done to us? We have beautiful discussions and beautiful walking simulators like Firewatch, and then we get this.
Apparently, it was supposed to come out on the 30th.
March 30th. Yeah, I was gonna mention that just now. Yeah,
and
so
it's not out.
I don't know how this came onto my radar. It says it's gonna come out on April 14th. If you scroll down.
On here.
Yeah. If you scroll down, it says available April 14th. It will unlock in 5 days. Oh, I think I know how I found it. I was looking around Keymailer, and I could have requested a key for this, but I don't think I want to, because that means I would have to review it.
They wouldn't trust. God.
Oh well. We got.
Rune has no. Yeah, that's it I have for this week. Anything else you want to talk about, guys?
I mean, there wasn't really anything too particular on my radar, but that's because I wasn't paying too much attention. So there's that. Well, besides the whole G2A thing, nothing too big. But
Rune?
I don't know. I guess what I really have to say is that I'm glad that Persona 5 is getting good reviews, because that's good.
That's a game.
Suikoden 2 for PC came out, and it's got good reviews too. That's cool. Because the first one was garbage.
I'm not too familiar with that franchise, but I did watch Haji play it.
It's Japanese. It's a much more Japanese version of the Monster Hunter games.
Wow. More Japanese than that?
Okay.
You're literally defeating
yokai
demons.
Yeah,
yokai. Kind of.
What's the difference between a yokai and then just a generic demon?
Are monsters. Demons are like kami.
The
Holy shit.
Interdimensional demons.
It's a whole thing. It's a story thing. Don't ask.
Okay, whatever. Add to my wish list. There we go.
Subscribe to Super Buddy.
I was just gonna say, wait, did you just leave? I was just gonna
sleep after he said subscribe to Super Bunny Hop.
Well, I was just gonna say, hey, if anybody wants to self promo anything.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess Rune is now Super Bunny Hop. He just self-promoted himself. I did not know we had Super Bunny Hop here. This is amazing.
It's such an honor.
It's disguised.
Just like fresh off from Japan. He just came back and he joined our podcast, our lowly podcast. We might get 100 more views, only 100.
Yeah, only 100. I don't know. I guess I do stuff. I currently am working on another video, hopefully to get it out early next week.
Well, who are you and what is your channel?
Oh, my name's Gumshoe Gamer, and that's my channel name is also Gumshoe Gamer.
Where can people find you?
Videos. You can find me on YouTube, on Twitter, on Discord, on Facebook. I have my own website, by the way. A plethora of other things.
You gotta say the name. Like, what's your Twitter handle? What's the? Yeah.
Oh, it's the at the Gumshoe Gamer.
Yeah, you gotta do. That's how you do self promo.
How am I supposed to know? No one taught me this. No one teaches you anything.
Well, you gotta just emulate the pros.
That's not how I do it. I just do my own thing.
Okay, whatever.
Well, actually, I can't really say that because I used to do lots of Let's Plays, and so yeah. That's great. So, with that said, you do your thing.
Okay, yeah, Spongebrain Game, at Spongebrain Game on Twitter, and this channel right here, subscribe, like, comment, please, whitelist on your ad blocker, please, spay and neuter your animals,
please tell PewDiePie to shout them out.
No, and stay in school, don't do drugs, there's no ethical consumption under capitalism, and that's it. Bye.